funny thing. They make the claim and hand you the homework. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Yeah. They shout out the story like it's carved in a stone, but when you ask for evidence, suddenly no one's home. They flip the script quick, say the burden's on you, even though they're the ones proclaiming what's true. Reality don't match the script we were taught, so I ask for experiments and that's where they get caught. They dodge, they deflect, act offended, I'd ask, like proving their own claim is too much of a task.
Burden of proof, yeah, they keep passing it off. Make bold claims, then vanish in a cloud of scoff. You say it's real cool, then show me the test. If you can't demonstrate it, your theory ain't the best. Burden of proof, don't throw it on me. You made the claim, now prove what you see.
Yeah. They puff up with confidence, everyone knows, but knowledge needs evidence, not just the way the wind blows. I'm looking at reality, straight lines, clean sight, but they tell me ignore it, cause the textbooks are right. They anchor their beliefs in a story from you, but stories aren't experiments, they're not measurable truth. You ask for repeatable tests, that's when they attack, like facts are a threat, and they gotta fight back.
Burden of proof, yeah, they keep passing it off. Make bold claims, then vanish in a cloud of scoff. You say it's real cool, then show me the test. If you can't demonstrate it, your theory ain't the best. Burden of proof, don't throw it on me. You made the claim, now prove what you see.
Opinions ain't evidence, belief ain't a fact, and no amount of shouting ever changes that. If reality don't match the script we're given, then questions ain't heresy, they're precision driven.
Burden of proof, yeah, it's yours to hold. Every claim you make needs experiments bold. Don't hand me the homework for your storyline. If the world is what you say, then measure it, show it, define. Burden of proof, don't run from the weight. Truth don't fear questions, only theories that break.
Alrighty, hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Heliopsychosis Podcast. This is your host Vikka, Draziv, guys. Welcome to the show. And yes, shout out to Matrix Reject for that awesome track, Burden of Proof, and that evidence of 200 kilometers of the islands of Majorca from Spain, right? So amazing. It's the topic is related to tonight, long line of sight, the flatness, the language of flatness that they use for hiding what our really realm is. So yes, welcome everyone. Hope you guys had a great week. And yep, let's say hello to our co-host and we will get on with the show.
Hey there.
Paulino, how you doing?
Doing great. This is one of my favorites. You know, you're talking about words, and people don't like words because they mean things, but they try to make them more fluid. Yeah, I was just writing in the chat, you know, like I know you must get into it too, about where's the curved words for level? That's what I want to know.
Absolutely, because that was I was mentioning, right? Spain is the land of longest line of sight, like Spain destroys the globe Earth right? The present longest line of sight, which is the world record, it's from Spain, right? And all around the coast, in every direction, we have longest line of sight. So people can break records here if they really want to. So I have some amazing stuff. I have this one, then I have another one from the beach.
Uh-oh. Audio.
Alrighty, mic check.
There you go. You're good.
Did I get cut out? Mic
Yeah,
check.
just for a second. Just for a second. You're good now.
Alrighty. So 80 miles from the beach, you can see the mountains in Morocco from southern Spain, right? Crazy stuff. And also you have some places like the lighthouse of Trafalgar. It's like the location is right. It's almost on the top of a hill, and you see the view. I also have some small videos about that. You can see 20-30 miles and the ships are there on the water. You can still see the ships, right? That's the best part. So it's amazing. For sure I want to do more stuff when I can to get this longest line of sight. Yeah, there are possibility of world records too. Yeah, here.
Oh yeah,
So
I love that
that's
video.
great.
I've shared your video a lot, so keep going. Yeah, I like that video. It's amazing how far that is.
Oh yeah, that's the best part. And these people want us to believe that it's refraction and all that shit. Like, you know, how it's gonna have 10 miles of curvature, or a mile or 2 mile or 5 mile of curvature missing. Where are you gonna add the refraction in there, right? It's crazy.
Yeah. They're just
So yeah, so tonight
they hold on to stuff so much, don't they, Vikka?
oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And the only thing they have, gravity and refraction and all the thing, they don't want to speak about real tangible thing. They want us to believe that it's a hologram, what we are seeing at few hundred miles, a mountain that's an hologram. That's not there. It's there, but it's not there, right?
Right.
These people are out of their head, right? So this is the thing we wanted to speak tonight, like the flatness, right? How they disguise the flatness, right? Not the mountains, not the topography, not the volcanoes, not the skyline, not the clouds. We are speaking about flatness, right? The horizon, the land that stretches so far, right? It's like an endless plain, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and it's funny because, like you said, they cannot deny the measurements of how flat it is. And the only way they deny it is two ways, right? Math, or they throw it in software. But those are not real. You know, we measure it flat, and they'll say, no, I'll put it in the software, and it tells you it curves. But it's telling you it curves. It's like telling me my table curves when I measure it flat because a computer told me it curves. It doesn't make sense.
Absolutely, brother. But the best part is that their books, their Wikipedias, their encyclopedias, right? They all say the truth. This is what we are going to be discussing tonight. Like, they are telling the truth, but the globers are so indoctrinated, they don't see it. They have the right terms for everything. Every geological feature that the earth is made of has a geographical term, right? With its distances, that's how it's classified. The lands have been classified in a way, is in those terms, with their distances, with their measurements. Before we continue, guys, hit that freaking like button, guys. Like, alrighty. So that's the best part. That's the best part. If they want to change, if they want to believe that the earth is curved, they need to change. They need to change their books. And then come and try to debate with us. Right?
But then they won't work.
And this is
won't work. I love it, Vikka. This is going to be fun. The curved words for level is what really gets me. Sea level, eye level, elevation level, surface level. And then they'll go, yeah, it's curved. None of those mean curved, but they'll repeat them and then tell you it's curved.
Absolutely, the word level is also a geographical term. You have a place called Somerset Level. So there are different places which is called it's called level because
Yeah.
it's freaking flat. And they want us to believe no, level doesn't mean flat, it means curve.
I know. It's laughable. It's so sad. It's laughable. They'll tell you that, one side not higher than the other, and they'll say, yeah, that's curved. How's it curved? It's level, straight. It's a line. Lines don't have curves. Curves have curves.
Oh yeah, this is the thing. They don't want the people to believe their own senses, like right observation, as we always speak about. Right, flat Earth begins with observations. Right, what we are seeing here on the screen is nullarbor plains. Right, the word plains itself. Right, nullarbor means no trees. That's the meaning of the word. And this plain, Nullarbor Plain, is situated in Australia and is more than 400 plus miles of uninterrupted flat plain. It's called Nullarbor Plains. Why they wanna screw around with Australia with flat Earth, right? Because Australia is supposed to be the flattest continent of all the continents.
That's gorgeous, I've got to say. And flat. Look at that.
Oh yeah,
water.
this is beautiful. This place is beautiful. It's freaking
Look at it.
amazing. Look at the vastness, because that's why you can see it. That's the problem too, right? Because if you have a little bit of grass, trees, bushes, you can see the flatness. But this is it's so arid that nothing grows here. So you can see how flat is that,
Yes.
right? Because it's a plain without the trees. Yeah,
Wow.
there's some drone shots. Yeah.
That is gorgeous. And flat.
Also, I think the longest straight road, also goes through these plains. Right? The Earth doesn't need to be proved if it's globe or flat. These things just prove what it is, right?
It's only a flat spot. That's what they'll say, right?
Yeah, it's just a flat spot on a globe. This is what they're freaking gonna say. Yeah. Yeah, but the information, the people can find the information, right? Nullarbor Plains, look in anyone. No, Nullarbor Plains and how big it is and how flat it is, right? We're not making shit up, right? So what are plains? This is the thing, right? What are plains? That's the reason my channel is also called Vikka Draziv Truth in Plain Sight Plain. People think I made a spelling mistake instead of putting plane,
Right.
which can mean a plane or a plane, also flat plane or a flying plane. But I put it plain because I know, and it was in capital. It's in capital, the word plane, right? That's the reason. What are plains? we have heard about the American plane, right? The Great American Plain, right? Where the hell is your freaking curve?
Yeah, they should call it the Great American Curve.
Absolutely.
Words mean things. They're supposed to. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're telling us plain. It's plain. It's plain flat. It's flat plain, right?
Yeah, they tell you one thing and they show you something else. It's really strange to me.
Oh yeah. Plains are flatlands, right? It just means flat land. Also known as lowlands. So it's a geographical term, like lowland, right? The Netherland, in Spanish, it's called Países Bajo, which means lowland in English. Holland is one of the flattest places in Europe. Países Bajo, low country, low land. It's telling you what it is.
Yeah, and like you can only have a low land if you have a high land, but what is it measured from? Surface level or sea level or main sea level? How else would you know if it's low or high?
Oh yeah.
These people.
And this is the thing, right? Hudson Bay is a lowland. Netherlands is a lowland. So you have the same topography in two different places. It's the same geography. Lowland, lot of lakes, lot of things, lot of flatness. You have the two examples right there on the screen. One is Holland and the other is Hudson Bay. Lowlands, flatlands. Badlands. There's a movie called Predator Badlands.
Yes.
Right? What is the meaning of badlands? It's also a term for flatlands or flat plains. What does it mean? If we ask somebody about the movie, what does the title means? Predator Badlands. That everybody who lives there is bad? No. That's not their term. They know exactly what they have used that term for. Badlands. They call it badlands too sometime because it's not fertile.
Yes. Like
you cannot grow things.
Yeah, like the deserts, yeah.
And its vastness and its flatness, right? Grasslands. So there was two grasslands, right? One was in California and other was in somewhere in South America. Also means plains, also means flat, right? And here is another word called basin, right? Basin, Lake Erie Basin, Amazon Basin. Right? What is the meaning of basin? Flat. You know how flat is the Amazon, guys? Imagine thousands of miles of forest, flat forest. That's a basin, right? They're trying to deceive us by putting all these different names, but they know very well the names, what it means. Basin. On the left, you have a basin in Australia, and on the right, you have the basin in Amazon forest.
Shows you how they've done this all over the world. They've trained us all.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Now we have grasslands in Argentina, in Australia, in many different places. Just flatness with no forest, only grass. What it means? Flat, level, uninterrupted flatland. That's the real geographical definition about plains and uninterrupted flatlands, also known as lowlands, badlands, grasslands, tablelands. This is we didn't take this out from thin air, right? These are your real term used in all your encyclopedias and your dictionaries. We didn't invent this shit, right? We're just pointing it out and showing you that it's right there in front of the face if the people want to see how flat this place is.
Yeah, I mean, tableland. I mean, like I just mentioned before, tables are usually flat. People don't usually have a curved table. It won't work out so well for holding anything.
Absolutely, and even the shelf, how can we have a curved shelf?
Right.
Right, we have the continental shelves. This is kind of a continental shelf too at the edge, right? But it is the edge part. So all the continents have submerged area of flatness inside the water. That's called a continental shelf, right? And what's a shelf? A shelf is flat. What is when they say tectonic plates? What's a plate?
It's flat.
They even don't know what the hell they are asking, right? No, the tectonic plate proves the globe. How a plate? How a plate is gonna be? How a structure like a plate or shape like a plate gonna be on a massive level on the globe Earth? How is it gonna be possible?
Again, they'll say words and then they'll throw a curved understanding to it, even though they know it means flat or straight.
Exactly.
I can't even imagine being that type of person that thinks that way. Really, it's so hard.
Yeah, but this is like the psychosis, right? This is the reason also is the name of the podcast. It's a psychosis. You have this all there. They use this. You know, the people right now, what we have on the screen, savannas. What is the meaning of savanna? In Spanish, a sabana, and it's called sabana in Spanish. It's a sheet. A sheet is called a sabana. And the word is savanna. You see how flat is that, right? One is Bolivian savanna, and the other is from Africa, right? Savannas means flat. When they go in the balloon and in Africa and this tour on these savannas, they have their name. It's a flat land, savannas. endless savannas. So the nature is telling us also, right? It's all the terms, the way it's used, right?
Yeah, like sheets of paper, right? So it'd be savannas of paper, but you don't see much curved paper around. It's always flat sheets of something. They always have stacks, layers, and they're always flat.
Exactly, right? It's when you lay a sheet, it lays flat. That's the reason, right?
Yes.
Salt flats. Why is it called salt flats? Why is it not called salt curve? Dude, these things are freaking amazing.
Like I said, it's laughable because it's in your face. Salt flats, but they say it's curved. You got 3 different salt flats here, but they're going to tell you it's all curved though.
Exactly. It's Salar de Unani, the Danakil, right? The other one I cannot read it, but it's these are just 3 of many. Try to look for some drone footages of some salt flats. You're gonna freak out. These things are freaking endless white flatness, right?
Now the reflection is at the bottom, doesn't that? Look at how it reflects. You couldn't do that on a curve.
Exactly.
The salt flat on the bottom would not curve. It would not shine like that.
No, yeah, the reflections are not gonna be like that. Even the sun's lights are not gonna be that reflects on the water. It's not gonna be the same too. If
No,
there's a curve.
It would stop because they couldn't make it over the curve.
Exactly. Salt lakes, salt flats. They use wetlands. Another geographical term, wetlands. These are like mangroves and places where it's a lot of water, which are around, like a river could just go on for a while and then turn into a wetland and again continue as a river, right? So these are also vast. There are some wetlands that are for few hundred miles. Even in the Nile and Amazon, you have wetlands. Another geographical term for flatness. Apart from that Nile that is not going north on a ball, the same Nile also have wetlands. And some people are scared. Even some of the people who navigate those rivers are scared to get into these wetlands because they are so enormous. Florida too has wetlands. Depressions. Another interesting term, right? What happens when you press something? What happens, right? Same like the clay under a seal.
Yeah, you flatten it out.
So these are actual places called depressions. So imagine another geographical term that it looks like somebody just made it flat by pressing on something, right?
Man, the pictures you got are stunning. I have to say that first. Now, the one on the left looks, man, those almost look like some kind of spines or something. It's really interesting.
Oh yeah, there's some crazy places here on this earth, right? It's like the colors, like the creator is an artist.
For sure.
This is also what it means, like apart from a clay under a seal, right? You remember that saying, and the people say that it's in the mud. Yeah, that's also one way of saying that the earth is flat, by stamping on the clay and making it flat, right?
Yes.
So, but also what it can mean is also that the sunlight spreads across the earth, like how the clay spreads when you stamp it, right? Imagine the sunlight compressed between this earth, which is a level plane, and the dome above, right? So the light makes everything come out. We see the horizon also when the light comes out, right? We see the true colors of this earth, which are like garments, right? Also, it says in the Bible, right, that the earth is like a garment, the color and everything, right? This is what it means. The sun gives and shows the real color of everything. And the sunlight, the way it spreads, and it shows the true colors of this earth, right? So, yeah, it's amazing designs, amazing prints, if you could say, right? The creator have created. I don't know if you remember that verse. The earth is like a garment or something. It's in it's from the Bible too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, this shows off his works. I mean, it's so beautiful. Everything in here that you're showing.
I cannot see what's down. What, mud flats. Absolutely, mud flats. So these are places which are mud and which is flat. Not a lot of thing grows, right? So why is it what it should be called? Mud curve? No, it's called mud flats. Ice sheets. What is Greenland? Greenland is supposed to be an ice sheet. What is Antarctica? It's an ice sheet, right? It's not a moving ice sheet, right? It has an ice which has a layer below of the earth, right? This is also the people have to really understand, right? Whatever layer it is, even the water, right? Many people say this, right? That the earth is, why is it called earth if it's full of water? Yeah, but that water is held by the earth, which is flat below, right? So the same way, these ice sheets are holding by the earth below, which is flat. And what is ice sheet? This is a geographical term, ice sheets.
Yeah, it's flat.
Totally flat, right? That's a flat out truth, right?
Yes. Like how vast that is. I mean, it just goes on. That's big.
Oh yeah, this is the thing, right? All different kind of geography, but all connected to each other, right? It's like an extended plane with different geography, but the same thing happening. I didn't add the desert here. The deserts are flat too because it was the sea before. Maybe it has some dunes, but it's flat.
Like you said, if you add these all together, flat, 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 and then they go, yeah, it's a globe. That's how they do their math. It's kind of word math. You can have 100 flat things, and that equals a curve.
Exactly. So where is the curve? Where are these people seeing the curve?
I have no idea. In their imagination. I tell you, that's why they throw it in software, so that it can tell you what you're seeing.
Oh yeah.
It's sad. I mean, like, look at this evidence you're showing, and I don't get how people just can't see it.
Look at that. That's the European plain, right? European plain. It starts from northern France, right? If you guys know the map of Europe, from northern France, which is just above Spain, to all the way till half of Russia. It's
Wow.
called the European plain. Why is it not called the European curve? Robert, why is it not called the European curve? Why is it called the European plain? That's a lot of land, eh? That's a lot of countries in this part, in that's the European plain part. And this is the thing. According to Wikipedia, the European plain, one of the greatest uninterrupted expanse of plain on the earth surface. It comes from Encyclopedia Britannica.
Wow.
I'll read it again. European plain, one of the greatest uninterrupted expanse of plain on the earth surface. Look at that beauty, yeah?
It's gorgeous. That's why I don't even talk. I haven't even seen some of this stuff like that in depth. It's gorgeous. I know Chelsea, my wife's in the chat. She's probably loving this.
So it's, yeah, hi to Chelsea. It's like it says it sweeps from Pyrenees Mountains on the French-Spanish border, right? This is the border where the longest line of sight is taken. The photo is from the Pyrenees Mountains, which is supposed to be the border of France and Spain. So this plains, it sweeps from the Pyrenees Mountain on the French-Spanish border across northern Europe to the Ural Mountains in Russia.
Wow. That's amazing.
That's plus 2,000 kilometers or miles. We'll see it now. So the Western Central European section of the plain, right? The Western Central European section of the plain covers all of Western and Northern France, Belgium, the Netherlands, South Scandinavia, Northern Germany, and nearly all of Poland. Do you imagine how flat are these countries, guys?
Wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's flat everywhere.
You know, it's funny because somebody that still believes in the globe or doesn't want to see the truth of the flatness, they'll say that's not what they really mean, though, when they're saying plane. Then why didn't they call it something different? Because now you're saying words don't mean anything again. See, and I don't understand that.
Oh yeah, and here is the word. The Netherlands, País Bajo, means lowland. That's the literal translation, lowlands. And everybody know Holland is almost below the sea level because it's so flat. The European plain extends from northwest France to Ural Mountains in central Russia, roughly 2,500 miles in a straight line.
That's so far.
You know what's the best part? So from France to middle of Russia, this is all flatlands, and you have a mountain range called Ural Mountains. So imagine Russia is so huge and flat that you have one of the biggest mountain ranges right in the middle of this European plain, ends there at this Ural Mountains and starts the Russian plain, which ends at the east coast of Russia, which is almost that side of Asia. So you imagine all the way from Europe to the east coast of Russia, it's a fucking flat land with one mountain range in the middle.
Wow.
5,000 kilometers. Or 2,000, 5,000 miles. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then they want to tell us that we don't do our research, we don't do our science, right? Where is your curve?
And that's 5,000 miles out of a 24,901. That's a big chunk.
Oh yeah, huge.
That should be a big flat spot on that sphere. We're not even adding the other ones, just this one section.
Yeah, only this European plane and the Russian plane combined.
Don't you find it interesting that this information's out here? I mean, obviously you found it and you can just surf the internet, but nobody will. And they know it. They can give all the proof out there. They know most people aren't going to dig into it like you are, or I do, or anybody else that's on the chat.
Absolutely. Absolutely, brother, because this is the thing. They run from the truth. If they really want to know what this place is, it's there. And it's in so much detail. You're going to find the exact distances of all these geographical locations. You can find it out. It's right there. And it's telling you that it's just uninterrupted flatlands. It's telling you that. So 2,500 miles from France to middle of Russia to the Ural Mountains. Then it continues as the Russian plain till the east coast of Russia. Look at that beauty. This is a Siberian plains, part of the Russian part. Look at that.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
So the Russian plain includes Poland, Ukraine, central Russia, all the way till the east coast of Russia, another 3,000 miles.
Jeez. Wow.
And then they're telling us that we are overpopulating for this earth.
Maybe for control, but not for space. The space of the world. There's plenty of space, but the more there are, the harder to control, I believe.
Absolutely. And on the Russian plain is also another water body called the Lake Baikal. Everybody knows Lake Baikal, right? It's one of the biggest lake in the world. Frozen, when it freezes, it's a flat plain. So this is the thing. So from west coast of France to east coast of Russia, it's roughly 5,000 miles. European to Russian plain combined. Here it's gonna roughly to have an idea, right? Northwest France, all the way there is the Ural Mountain. That's 2,500 miles in a straight line. Because we are using the Google Earth, it's showing you that curve.
Bear curve. It's barely curved though. Just to put it in our head, I think that's why they do it.
You see how flat, how big is it?
Wow.
And there in the corner, below corner in Russia, where is 2,500 m plus, that's the lake Baikal. You see how huge is that? You see, it's flat. Lake Baikal is here. It's all flat. The Ural Mountain is in the middle.
Wow.
And in this, I have not even added the coastal plains. I have not even added the Pyrenees, right? The coastal plains, right? All the countries have coast. They have coastal plains. You heard about the word steppe. This is supposed to be in north part of Russia. Steppe also means flat. The Russian railway line, which is supposed to go across through all this Siberia and everything. It's made also on a steppe. Steppe means flat. Also, right? Then also Pyres. Pyres also means flat. And then you also have tundra. You know what is the meaning of tundra? Treeless plains, but on ice. It's also called tundra.
Wow.
It's literally telling us what it is. If we have the eyes to see, it's right there. It's nothing out of this world. Not complicated to understand what he's trying to say.
See, like that. You got all that flatness, and they still make a ball. It's ridiculous. You just showed all that area that's flat, and they still make it into a ball. It's hilarious and sad. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Also in India, below the Himalayas, these are all plains. You see all the desert. This is Saudi Arabia. It's all flat desert. The Sahara. We know how big is Sahara. Look at that. It's flat. Then you have the savannas below. The African savannas. Flat. All the way to South Africa. Below. For sure there are mountains too. But it's flat. The rest is all flat. There you have the South African plain. These are all name given. I am not making up names. It's almost 3,000 miles. And this is the thing, right? Australia is the flattest continent. Looks like a huge desert. Look at that. Barkly tableland in the corner. Above you have the Nullarbor plain. Below, but there are two images on the left corner. And then you have the Simon Desert, Gibson Desert, Peterman Ranges, Great Victoria Desert, Great Artisan Basin, Lake Erie Basin, Hay Plains. This is Australia, guys. Look at how freaking flat it is. And how beautiful also, right?
Oh yeah.
Like all the rest of the places. That's the best part, right? People can, if they want, they can see this video with the music and everything. And if you can see it on a huge screen, it's like a treat for the eyes. And also for the truth, like you see it, right? This place is freaking amazing. It's flat out everywhere. So you imagine amount of research also gone into this.
Now, I got a question. So out of all your
Go-
research, did you find anything that has meaning of curved?
Nope. There is no, yeah, there is no such thing as curve, brother. Right? We all know that.
I know, but I think it's interesting. You do all this research, you can do a short clip video of finding nothing that's curved. Like in meaning. It's crazy. In reality, obviously, it's flat. How did we get fooled? I mean, because I don't know, man. It's like anybody else in the chat is like, we grew up and they told us we lived on a globe. And then all these words mean flat. Earth is measured flat. Level, sea level, eye level, horizontal. Like all that stuff means, and they still convinced us that we were on a globe as a child.
Oh yeah, this is the best part, right? And even the Amazon River, that it flows from all the way from the Amazon from the left side and drains into the Atlantic. In this whole time, in this whole extent of thousands of kilometers, the height elevation is not even 30 meters difference or 50 meters. I don't know the exact number, but it doesn't go more than that. Imagine. Amazon is really one of the biggest river in the world,
Yeah.
running thousands of miles, and the difference of elevation from its starting to its is just few meters. Imagine the flatness of this place. So, although I don't know, I was muted. So, there you have Australia, grasslands, Barkley tablelands, Great Sandy Desert, Great Victoria Desert, Artesian Basin, Nullarbor Plain, Ivory Basin. It's all saying flat, 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 right? That's what it's
Oh, yeah.
saying.
Yeah, the whole thing's just flat.
Yeah, you have some mountain ranges here and there, but the rest is all flat, flat.
I mean, that's why they need sea level, so they can show how the elevation.
Exactly. That's how the people measure, right?
Yeah.
The negative and the positive. So on the East European plain, the whole area from Black Sea to Arctic is one uninterrupted plain. Credit Britannica.com and Wikipedia. Once again, on the East European plain, the whole area from Black Sea to Arctic is one uninterrupted plain.
Wow.
So that's the Black Sea. We have all those countries, all take the major part of Europe, all the way to Arctic. Alrighty.
That's amazing.
That's a lot of kilometers, guys. And what we see, those light blue color, right? We see the land, and the light blue color that we see, that is the continental shelf, which is also flat.
Oh, wow.
And the dark blue is supposed to be the abyssal plains, which are also flat. For sure, you have some topography, some places, and some ridges, and also in Hawaii and all this stuff, you have more mountain ranges underwater, but the rest is all plains, abyssal plains. So the same word, the plains above sea level, and then you have below sea level, you have the continental shelf, the continental slopes, and the abyssal plains. Where is the curve, guys? So we went from all the way from Europe to all the way to east coast of Russia. It's flat, right? And we are going from that middle to all the way to Arctic, and it's flat. And then we continue Greenland, flat. Then you have the Arctic lowlands, flat. Then we come to the North American plain, Canada, US. You see how big is Canada? What do you think? It's all a huge curve? No, it's freaking flat. Yeah. You have the huge lake on the left, flat. You have the Hudson Bay lowlands on the left. You have the North American plain. And you have the subarctic plain below. We are more than the half side of the earth from the North Pole. You see on the right, you have the Cordillera, the mountains, but the rest is all flat.
Strange thing is all the data is there. They have all the sea level and the elevation level here, but they'll still try to tell you it's a curve. And I don't get it. Like I said, the data is there for people to find it. If they want to understand it or comprehend it, it's up to them, but it's there. It shows you it's flat.
Oh yeah, the data is there more than they need. Every state here, every place, every geographical places with their distances.
Yes.
Is there. It's been measured in a way, right?
Yeah.
And then they say the earth is too big, right? Where is it too big? In there freaking
They want you to believe it's too big, but clearly it's not because we've measured it.
Yeah, maybe it's only in Antarctica, like maybe how they say the pear shape, right?
Yeah.
And here we are reaching to the Great Plains, one of the biggest plains. Yeah, the Great American Plain. That's the name of the plain, the Great American Plains. And there you have Kansas.
Yes. Flatter than a pancake.
Oh yeah. And
Chelsea,
on the left, you have the Everglades wetlands in Florida.
and Chelsea grew up in Illinois, and that's really flat.
Oh, yeah, you have some mountain ranges on the right side from this look, from this position, observer location. You can see on the right, there are mountains, but the left part is all flat.
Yes.
You have Texas, you have the Great Basin. What is basin? And you know how many rivers are running on those flatlands? It's full of rivers. Full. And you have the Central American Plain.
That's better. I was upside down for a while. Now I'm back up to right.
Because we were coming from the other side of the globe.
'Cause we're in
So here
Michigan.
you see here on the
What is
right corner, you have the picture. You can see those mountain ranges. You have 3 mountain ranges, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. The rest, you all know it. It's freaking flat.
Do you know where Michigan is, Vika? That's us, the one that looks like the mitten to the right there, right of your arrow. Looks like where the
Cool.
Great Lakes are at. And
Nice.
Those lakes are flat. That's where people did
Oh,
the
yeah.
observation from one part of Michigan to the Chicago skyline.
Nice. Oh yeah, you can see here even in the map, right? It's flat.
Yeah, it's flat.
A huge Great Plain. We are continuing. We are almost reaching at the corner, at the tip.
Isn't it interesting how they get this curve on this globe here?
Yeah, because it's a cartoon, right?
What?
The Google Earth, right? Up to one level, up to one altitude, it's just photos, images, and enhanced with CGI. But the distances are more or less correct. But once you come above a certain altitude, it becomes a cartoon. So
Yes.
you can use this Google Earth as a tool, but up to certain altitude. After that, it's just right.
Yeah, it's wild though. It's wild how they just throw the curve on here at the last minute. The higher you go up.
Exactly, but this is the thing. When you see it, you zoom in, you can see it's all flat.
Yes.
And you see all also below Florida, all here, Central America. You see those continental shelves too. It's huge.
Oh yeah. For
These
sure.
are hundreds of kilometers. And then we reach Brazil. Right? You see that jungle, right? That's just the mountain range. That's the only mountain range there. And the rest, damn, look at that huge green patch. Look at that. Guys, how big is that flatness? That's a lot. That's a lot of land.
Yes.
And the word is there, the basin, right? Amazon basin. Perfect word. So all the way from Brazil, all the way to Argentina, less than Chile, it's all flat. It's plains, it's grasslands, it's the Bolivian savanna, it's the salt flats, everything there in this part. Other than the Andes, it's all freaking flat. The Atacama Desert, there's so many places in this part of the world. Totally flat. Yeah, and thousands of rivers running through all this fertile land. You see the greenery there, yeah? It's so huge that it's not fitting on the globe cartoon.
You know what's funny about this too? Somebody's mentioning it in the chat, and we know this too. Water's flat, lays flat, finds its level, right? So how's it curved on here?
Exactly. Yeah, how the hell they're going to curve the water?
It's so interesting to me.
It's there if the people want to dig in, right?
You know, it's really interesting. We don't like to speak about gravity around here, but if it was the gravity that kept the water so it could be curved like that, okay, we say that happens. It wouldn't be measured flat, though. It'd be measured curve. And then we go, oh, I get it. There should be a curvature to this water or to the land. It wouldn't measure flat. It's still, you know what I mean? It'd be measured curved, but it's not. It's measured flat. I don't know. These people don't make sense to me.
Exactly, because, yeah, only certain things for them is affecting the gravity. Right?
Yeah.
Gravity should affect. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because all right, say it was curved water. This would be measured curved. It wouldn't be measured flat, regardless of how they think it sticks to the ball or not. It'd be measured curved. It wouldn't be measured flat. And we know that the water is measured flat. The earth itself is measured flat. I have these people. I don't know, Vikka, we got a lot of work to do, man.
Oh, yeah. And these people don't, they forget that if the boat is going over the horizon or over the curve on the water, at some part it needs to start climbing. It cannot just keep going down. Right?
Yeah, because people don't realize this part. Like on a ball, everything falls away from you in every direction. So either always going down. I guess you could always be going up, depending on which part of the globe you're at. If you're Australia or what, I still don't even get the tilt. That's a whole nother thing. How does anything tilt in space when there's no direction? That's a whole nother subject. But yeah, like you said, it'd always be going down. It'd always be going over the curve like this the whole time.
Oh, yeah, we would love to see that. Maybe they can turn so many flat earthers into globe earthers if they could show us in real time how the ships and planes are going, how the ships are climbing. Somewhere they have to climb. They cannot just always go down.
Yeah, that's what I said. It depends which way you're going and where you're at on this make-believe globe.
Oh, yeah, so it's such an absurdity, right? It's such an absurdity that there's not even a few ounce of legit in this globe to even think that there could be a possibility. It's just so absurd. That's the reason it's so easy to become a flat earther.
And what is down? Yeah, what is down on a globe? There is no down, is there? I don't know what it is. It should be in and out. I don't know. I'm getting confused now. I'm just messing. Yeah, they have no like their words that can mess you up, and maybe that's why people don't get it. I don't know. Do they say up and down when it's really in and out, and there's no curvature, but then they call everything level and then say it's a curve. They're all mixed up, Vikka.
Exactly.
Wow. Look how big that basin is.
Oh yeah, it's huge. And the Chilean mudflat, the Pampa grasslands. So we just went around in different parts. Africa, America, South America, part of Europe, part of Russia, right?
Look at that part in the U.S., that middle right there up into Canada. I mean, look at that. There's like nothing there.
Oh yeah,
white area?
all the way till Arctic, all the way till Arctic and to the other side of the North Pole.
Wow.
On a disc, it's all flat, right? We know
Yeah.
it's a disc.
Wow. I didn't know it was this flat. Anybody in the chat know it was this flat? I didn't know it was this flat. I knew it was flat, but I didn't know so many things were named flat, and that they know it's that, and they named it flat.
Oh yeah, absolutely, brother. This is the thing. Wherever we look, in every direction, right? They just made this a cartoon ball, but it's imagine this thing on a disc. It's just a giant, uninterrupted extension of plane,
Yes,
right?
for sure. I mean, how could you be the person that surveyed this map together, even digitally, and not realize that it's a soft flat, like the whole thing? So somebody.
Oh yeah,
has to
all they
know.
have done is just high altitude footage photography, and it's pasted together a composition, and the final touch they put a ball. That's it.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, it's just high altitude images digitalized on a cartoon ball.
And we know they take the measurements, and the way maps work, this, it's just, you can say from this point to that point's 1,000 miles, and they can make that any shape they want, and it would still be accurate because it's still the true measurement of 1,000 miles. So they can make it any shape they want, and it would still work.
Exactly. So that is the reason I was saying, right, about Google Earth being a tool, right? Up to a
Yes.
certain level, it's a tool, but after
Yes.
some, it's unusable. It's good for playing around like that, but right, you can get an approximate, right, because it's you're measuring a photo and images. This is also called geomatics, right? Taking the images and then digitalizing it. That way you can zoom in and zoom out. That's what it is. That's what it is. The Google Map is.
It's funnier that it's harder to do this and make all this up than it would be just to show us the truth. It takes work to hide all of it.
Exactly. Yeah, anyone have a drone? Good drone can just see how flat it is too. Don't need to take a flight. So this is the thing, right? All planes together is a giant plane extending in all directions. So imagine all these European plane, the Russian plane, the Arctic, the Greenland, the Canada, America, all the way to South America, right? What it's all just connecting as one flat plane with different geographical flora, fauna, according to their climate, the temperatures they have, right? Depending how they close are to the North Pole or far away. A giant plain extending in every direction. And then you have also the deserts. And then you have the oceans itself and seas, right? So where is it? Where is the plane? Where is the curve? Is the thing, the ancients were right. Always. The scriptures were right. So this is the thing, right? It's beautiful. The best part is it's beautiful, it's flat, right?
It's funny. Chelsea wrote earlier in the chat, we use planes to fly over the plane.
Absolutely. That's how we know what is up and down.
Yes.
Right? That is the reason the altitude indicator or the ADI works or the gyro works because it's up and down. That's it. Flying flat on a flat land, right? Flying straight and level at a cruising altitude, right? These people are out of their mind, dude, to believe this is a freaking globe, guys.
Yeah, because we should be going on arrow curves over a curved surface, not planes over a plane.
Oh yeah.
Look at you can see the water in the distance on some of these shots is just flat. These lakes are just flat.
Oh yeah, till the eyes can see, it's flat.
It's interesting that they have to have us agree to ignore all of our senses, right? Not what you see, not what you feel, not what their words mean. It's really interesting. I feel no movement. I see no curve.
Oh yeah, it's an amazing creation, right? It's an amazing creation. God is not gonna torture us by putting it on a ball upside down, for sure. Right? It's given us a level field, right? A level playground. Yeah, it's awesome. It's freaking amazing how much details that you can go into of all these distances and what these places are.
It's funny when I get quiet, I'm looking at all the pictures. There's like so much detail in here. I mean, you got some really great photos, but it just shows you how flat it is. You can see the horizon back there, the apparent horizon. It's all flat. It's like all the evidence is right there if people just want to look at it and receive it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If people really want to enjoy this video, it's called Earth the Giant Plane. You can find it on Facebook. You can find it on here on my channel, Earth the Giant Plane. Put good headphones or good speaker, put loud and watch it on a big screen. You're gonna love it. It's 7-8 minutes. I don't know how long is the video, or 10-15 minutes, but it's like a flying experience through all these beautiful plains. Yeah, a lot of efforts had been put in this video, right? It was one of my first video which got viral on Facebook, or the giant plane. This video on Facebook maybe have a lot of views and comments too, because Glober's going crazy.
What were they trying to say, that it wasn't flat, even though they seen it flat? And it's
oh yeah, they're going crazy in the chat, in the comments of this one too. All my videos, but this one was
Why?
like,
it's weird. You're blowing their mind, man. You're destroying Narnia. Star Wars isn't real anymore.
oh yeah.
It's yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they can just explain words away. You know, like they named them these things because this is what they observed, this is what they measured. It's a plain, it's a basin, it's flat.
Oh yeah, it's a plateau, it's a tableland, it's a grassland, it's badlands, it's lowlands, it's steppe, it's ice sheet, it's tundra, it's level.
But they really meant it was curved.
Exactly. It's mud flats, it's salt flats, it's savannas, it's basins, but it's curved.
I know.
This is all right, and these are the distances, these are the words, this is the real geographical terms used to define these places, but it's curving because we can see it on Google Earth, so it's curving. That's it. That's the proof we need. We don't need the proof of even walking on these plains.
Yeah, and before Google Earth, they had the globe, right? The little spinny ball. But that wasn't real neither. So it's just, I don't know.
Exactly. And also, like as I was mentioning, tundras, right? Like tundras in the Arctic area, like that's what it means, treeless plains. And the best part is it's permafrost, like it's frozen. That in nature, it doesn't curve.
Right, it's flat.
The ice sheets are forming naturally because of the cold. It doesn't curve, right? It destroys the argument that the sea and the oceans are curving, right? When you have the whole ice sheets, which was liquid, it's turning into a flat ice sheet. So it's showing where is your curve.
Yeah.
Simple things like this shows what it is. Like the Antarctica ice sheet. Nobody freaking leveled it out. Who leveled it out?
I think it's interesting that people are more willing to believe complexity that they can't understand in their own mind. But when you give them something simple like this, they refuse to want to understand it. Because it's so simple. They're saying that we can't be right.
Exactly. It's not abstractions, right? These
Yeah.
are observations, right?
Correct.
Real time, tangible proof what we are speaking about, the land, right? It's right there. We didn't come up with these terms. I didn't come up with these terms.
I heard a surveyor, he was talking about how he plotted for 150 miles and it was flat, 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 flat. But when he put it in the software, it added curve to it. And then I asked him, well, did you measure in a curve? He said, no. I said, so was it, do you believe it's flat? He said, it measured flat, but it was really a curve. I'm like, what? You just told me you measured it flat for 150 miles. And the software put the curve, but in reality, he measured straight. And he, in his own mind, would rather believe the software that it curved, even though he measured it from main sea level 150 miles flat. Can you believe that, Vikka? This guy physically measured it flat, but believed the software instead. And he's the one that put the data in from the starting point to the ending point. And then the software added curve in between there. I couldn't understand.
Oh yeah, for sure, brother. Because this is some of their main job is to tweak and twist the truth. This is what they do. They cannot come with the truth. Or what they're gonna do? They're gonna tweak it. They're gonna twist it. They're gonna call it lie or nah, or somehow put in there that equation or number for the people to what the fuck, right? Or that minute 0.00 kind of fraction required and the margin of error there and all that bullshit.
Yeah, but it's like I said, it's like me measuring my table flat, and then I put it that measurement, say it's 8 foot, and I put it in software, and it tells me there's a 1/4 inch curve. I'm not going to believe that software. I just measured it flat with a level. Why would I believe that like that it's got a curve to it now? But he did. I can't get that. In reality, I measure it flat with a level. But I put it into a computer and it tells me there's a curve to it. I'm not believing that computer at all on anything.
Oh yeah, they try to, like, if not they won't have a job too. Some of them, that's the reason too, right? Because
That's true.
you have freaking studied all your life. If you're studied and you're doing that job, you don't want to come up with the real truth, or you won't have a job.
But then why even talk about it? Just keep it to themselves. Or you think they're saying
No.
it to protect their job?
Yeah, but it's an ego trip, because it's like, I've studied that. I'm a surveyor, or I'm an engineer. I know how to calculate and measure shit, right? So I'm going to come up from my ego and go and argue with people on TikTok, because that's my profession, is that. So there where I can try to grab people, right, and twist things there. That's the idea, right?
Yeah, it has to be ego or protection of their job, right? Because if they can make everybody believe that they're right, then they can keep their job. I don't know. It's a strange thing. It seems like the truth doesn't matter as much anymore to some people.
Exactly. And these routes and these places have been taken. People have been traveling these planes from a very long time. They know how much time it takes to cross these certain places, depending on what you're using. Right?
Oh yeah. There was one guy, he couldn't believe this, and you know this, if you fly 7,000 miles on a flat plane, That's 7,000 miles you're going. Say you're like 200 feet. So from 200 feet above the surface, that would be the same. Or even 30,000 feet, you're still going 7,000 miles. But if you're on a globe, the farther you are higher, the bigger your radius is going to be. Because you're farther out from center, so it would be bigger. They couldn't get it in their own mind. The higher you go up, the bigger the circle you have to make off the surface.
Oh yeah, and the same goes for the satellites too.
Yes, the higher up they are, it starts to wedge out. If you're here, it's smaller. If you wedge out, it's bigger. That guy's mind was blown. I go, you don't know what you're talking about. I go, it only stays accurate on a flat plane. Because it doesn't matter if it's straight up and down. This is 7,000 miles, no matter what. 7,000. Doesn't matter because you're going straight across. If you go like this, that's not 7,000 miles anymore. You're way up here now. And his mind was blown. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about, man.
Oh yeah, you don't understand, right? This is their.
Yeah.
We don't understand. Yeah, they understand everything.
Yes.
We are the one who don't understand. That's why we are flat earther, right?
Right. I can see it on his face. He never thought about it, though. I could see it. But then he dug in. He couldn't say it. But I could see it on his face. Never thought about it. That's why GPS and everything works so accurate, is because it's on a flat plane.
Exactly. GPS and compass and everything, the navigation, the communication, everything, right? They don't have escape. They don't have a way out of this.
Yeah, I can't believe people still believe the satellites. You know, like you have a satellite dish or a satellite whatever, and they point it at a certain angle. Do they really think that they're connected to that satellite as it goes around the Earth, so like 17,000 miles an hour, while we're spinning? Or is it bouncing off, they call it atmosphere or the dome, right? The container. And that's why it's so accurate. It has to be that they have to be able to precisely know if they go at this angle, it bounces and it comes back down. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. You're not going to track a little satellite forever. It wouldn't work.
Exactly. And the curve is going to block if the satellite is on the other side.
Yes.
Right? Because it's a plane. Exactly. The extension of the signals that they are sending from a station to bounce back, it's working only on a flat plane.
Yes.
It's going in a straight line, on angles, but in a straight line. It's not curving. No radio signal, no any kind of this satellite dish, the so-called dish antennas. All these are just relayed from centers.
Yes, 100%.
And that center has an antenna which is beaming to the ionosphere or to the F1 layer. And whoever is facing that antenna's angle is going to get the data.
Yes.
It's not because of satellites.
No, it'd be like hitting a moving target going 17,000 miles an hour while you're spinning in a different direction. It doesn't make sense. None of it. And the rest of it's under the water, right? The cables. And yeah, it's a ridiculous thought thinking that we could beam a signal to a satellite dish about as big as a car and be accurate. It doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, and from that distances that they're speaking about.
Yes.
Right?
Oh yeah.
They use millions and billions as if they freaking can't even count to the thousand, and they want to speak about millions and billions of miles, and it sounds very sci-fi and fantastic. That this is what they're hooked to, the Globers.
Yes.
Fake space, endless space, and
light year.
You're gonna reach somewhere.
Hey, I remember I was telling you before the show, don't matter if that was real. We'll just say it. We know it's not. If they did go to outer space and they ended up on Mars, whatever you're doing here for work, you'd be doing there for work. You're not going to get saved from not working. You're still going to work. Same problems would be wherever. So it's not going to save you from anything.
Still gonna be a freaking slave, right?
Yes. Yeah. If you're a garbage man, you're going to be a garbage man on Mars. If you're a mailman, you're a mailman on Mars. So,
Or worse. Or worse.
or worse,
right?
Yes, or worse. So we needed to fix the problems here and get the truth out here where reality sits. Not worried about out there.
Exactly, because this is the thing. This is what prevents them seeing the problem that needs to be solutioned here and the situation of the world, right?
Yes, for sure. 100%.
Because if we know that we are a closed system, we're not going anywhere, maybe we start taking care of this, right?
100%. Yes. Yep. Got to change where you live. You can't just change where you live to change. They think if they go somewhere else, it'll be better. Why? You're still going to be you. People are going to still be people. So you got to fix people here. Your location is not going to change anything.
Oh, yeah.
But man, great video, great presentation, man, as always. You did a really good job.
Oh yeah, if people want to check it out, it's called Earth the Giant Plane. Check it out. It's amazing. Yeah, it's more like a meditation than
Yeah, we're probably gonna check it out. Probably do it tonight.
yeah, it's also for the people in the chat. Like, yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. It shows how beautiful is this realm, and we are not like curving in any direction. We are not hanging upside down or in the sideways, and like, there's no bulging of water, and like, it's in different terms, but it all means flat, right? Flat as a pancake, flat, totally flat.
I can't get
Right.
over that water, Vikka. That's gorgeous, man. Look at that water.
Dude, yeah, check out Nullarbor Plains. It's freaking amazing. Maybe you find some videos on YouTube. It's freaking beautiful place.
Wow. That color is just. I like that too. All these pictures are
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's the Siberian plain flatland. Yeah, this is Netherlands and Hudson Bay. Yeah, just for the people to enjoy the scenery. Yeah.
It's interesting when most people think of Siberia, they think of like it being cold and icy, and they showed it being beautiful. It looked almost like the Amazon. Very green.
Oh yeah, its parts are lush. It's lush green. It's for sure have many minerals and many things.
I'd like to go to a salt plain once and check it out. We could probably go to Utah, maybe.
Oh, it should be freaking amazing. Yeah. Yeah, look at the colors, look at the patterns. Yeah, it's
Wow, that's just. I mean, it's breathtaking. Now that's real. I mean, that looks like. I don't know. That's really pretty. That European plane. Now I golf. I'm a golfer, and it reminds me of a really lush Scotland and green golf course.
Oh yeah, as I said, it's a huge play field, right? The creator
Yeah.
has created for us,
Oh yeah.
right?
It's amazing looking.
Oh yeah, don't look for the proof that the earth is flat. It says every day, open your eyes and look around, right? And you're gonna find the truth, right? You don't need any scientists or any messiah to come and say it's flat, right? Open your freaking eyes, go and explore, fly, go in the outbacks, yeah.
Look at that.
See how many, yeah, and see the truth for yourself, right?
Yes. Yep. 100%.
Yeah, some places, yeah, even in the Holland, the flat plains are freaking beautiful. It's crazy. Imagine some with tulips and everything, like it's crazy.
You know, we have a Holland, Michigan here, an area in Michigan. They call it Holland, Michigan, and they do Tulip Festival there, right here in Michigan. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it's not the original Holland, but I guess
Oh yeah.
they do the wooden shoes and everything there too. See, that's not what I would think Russia looks like too. When you're showing me these things in Russia, like in my mind, like they have us brainwashed or whatever, convinced what Russia looks like. Like I know, like it's usually cold they show, or they show the buildings with the little dome and the spike on top, right? That's what we usually think of Russia. You don't think of it looking like this.
Oh yeah, the majority is full of natural resources, everything, you see.
Yeah.
For sure in the winter some parts might freeze, but it's not like it's all is frozen friggin' all the way there, right?
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
might be certain time of the year or in the northern part, but it's all land.
Hey, anybody in the chat, do you guys agree with me? All right, like what they have us believe certain parts of the world are like. You kind of get it cemented in your head, and that's what you always think it'll be like. You never think about how beautiful it is, or spring or the green. It's very interesting to me how they've gotten like that, like how they've brainwashed it to be a certain way.
Oh yeah, there for sure, and there are some parts you see more desertic, more like dry. You see how dry is the below part.
Yeah.
That's some part of China and Mongolia and all that places, Gobi Desert and all this stuff. And deserts are huge. Sahara is freaking huge. That's almost north of Africa.
Yeah, it's huge. I think they'd rather tell us what everything's like instead of having us go and see it for ourselves.
Oh yeah, and depending on if people take some flight, keep an eye. Like if it's a nice day flight and it's not very cloudy, you're gonna see that. When you freaking fly all over different parts, you see the flatness.
Look how big that is.
Yeah, it's amazing, amazing, guys. This is the thing. Physically, geometrically, tangibly, it's right there. The data is right there. What it is. And if the globers think that the Earth is a globe, they need to change all this. Go and apply to Wikipedia and all the Encyclopedia and Britannica. Change their definitions, change their name, because the Earth is a globe, right?
Yeah.
Show us the exact curve, where it's curving at which part, right? There are some parts I didn't cover, but it's all flat. It's all flat. For sure, there is topography. So if they say 70% of the earth is water, seas and ocean, and 30% is land, so out of the 30% of land, maybe 10% or 8% might be mountains. The rest is flat. So do the numbers, guys.
It's just hilarious. Like you said, 72% of the Earth is water, and that's all flat.
Exactly, with the flat base, with the abyssal plains, right? So yeah, it's gonna be difficult to find the curve, guys. Yeah, really.
That's what I do. I want to know if there's any land or something they call a curve. I bet you there isn't. Like you said, like you've covered almost the whole Earth, and all the big pieces of land are all flat, are named after something that means flat. There's nothing left.
Oh yeah. And that's a big W for the flat earth.
For sure. Between this and the temples, I still like that. The temples, how they align with like the sun, moon, and stars, and even the shadows at points. That one, that just blows your mind. You know, I was telling somebody this on our live, and they were laughing because just imagine, like I said, being the guy that designs the tempo, aligns it with the sun, the moon, or stars or shadow, whichever one you're aligning it with. And by the time you're done, because we're going supposedly all through all these different places, it doesn't align no more. Now you got to move it. But we know that all over the world, these temples are aligned perfectly still to this day because we're not moving anywhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And imagine on these flat lands and all these flat places with the North Pole in the middle and all the tropics and all the longitudes and the latitudes and all the ancient structures and all lining up, and it's crazy. It's that's why when I released this video, they were freaking out.
I gotta go find this on Facebook, and I want to check it out. If it's still there, did they take it down, or you still had it up?
Which one? This video?
Yeah.
No, it's there on Facebook and also here on YouTube. You can find it.
I want to see the comments. I want to see how they like explain away all the meanings of flat.
Oh yeah. The giant plane.
See, I should say the giant curve, but
yeah, they should.
Yeah. So much data in here.
Absolutely, bro.
You know, and it's their measurements, and their measurements show that it's flat. So I think it's really interesting. But then they'll tell you it's curved. It's I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a way to cope with the reality maybe of these people, right?
Do you think they make it so confusing so then people just don't worry about it, and they just use GPS? They don't care if it's curved or not. They're too confused.
For sure, bro. That's the reason. Because they think that they live on a ball with so many abstractions, and it's like hook. It's like a hook for them. These people, right?
Yeah. Because we all know that. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, because when you build a building, you build it level. When you hang up a picture, usually you want it level, so you use a level, and you know what level means. And then you tell them sea level, and they still think it curves. But the whole thing about level is a straight and flat line. It's like they forget.
Absolutely.
Why is it changed by distance? It doesn't. Level means level, no matter what.
Exactly, and this is the thing, right? Also, the thing with the miles and the kilometers and the nautical miles, right? The difference is this: they use miles and kilometers where they can physically measure it, right? By road, by anything, right? Physically, because you can travel on that.
Yes.
But once they are on water or once they are in the air, they have to use nautical miles because they cannot physically measure it. That's the difference. They use miles and nautical miles is the reason, because they are covering distances which is not physically measurable.
Correct.
On the earth, you have roads with markings and the kilometers and the points and the highways. You can add it up. But on the sea, ocean, in the air, nautical miles. Oh yeah, it's flat, and that's the flat out truth, right?
Definitely the flat out truth. Look at that. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, it's just so flat. That's all I can say. Anybody who's been to large bodies of water see it's flat if you just stand on the beach. I mean,
oh yeah, absolutely. So there you have it, guys. Enjoy the video. If you want, Earth the Giant Plane on YouTube. Put on full volume. Put your headphones. Just go in that. It's also like a meditation with the music. You're gonna love it. I didn't play the music because of the copyright and all this stuff, but on the video you can hear it with the music. It's beautiful. It's relaxing. It's like when you get stressed out with this globetrotters, like sometimes and all the shit going on, sometimes you need that. It's a meditation, it's a relaxation, amazing visuals, a lot of information, to look through. It's amazing. So there you have it, guys. Earth the Giant Plane.
yeah, it was a great video. Yeah, thanks for sharing it and having me on. So it's always a blessing to be here.
Oh yeah, brother. And this is the thing. We need to spread everything so that the people get it, right? It's simple. It's the fact right there. It's not making things up. It's real tangible things and proof and evidences that where we live, right? We don't need to prove. There is no debate, right? That it's flat or globe. There is no debate, and especially these kind of things shows, right? There is no debate.
Hey, now I was going to ask you. I'm about to ask you right now because you're still doing Ask Vikka Anything on the Flat Out Truth on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, we are this Wednesday, right?
Yeah. What time? What time do you want it? 4 p.m.
Yeah, we could do 10:30 or 11 my time.
All right, so 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Flat Out Truth. You go to TikTok.
Oh
You
yeah.
find it there on the YT. Vikka will be there asking any. You can ask him any question. You can even ask him about this stuff we just did today. So, yeah, feel free to join us either at on our YouTube or on the TikTok, and we'll be there Wednesday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh
So
yeah,
we hope to see you guys
absolutely.
there.
So that this is the thing, right? Ask Vikka anything on only on the Flat Out Truth with host Paulino and Chelsea B. Michael. Ask Vikka anything. So, for example, today's video about the sun's video or anything. The best part is you can always write it down or note it down and come there, explore, ask, and we love that conversation and go deeper, right? Any question that arise from anything here or what we are saying, we'd love to have those questions too. So make sure every last Wednesday of every month on Flat Out Truth with Paulino, right? And we have an amazing time. It's TikTok where there people can even after some time can join the panel and have a
Correct.
conversation. Anything related to Flat Earth, anything, guys, and more, right? As I
Yep.
said, any topic other than that, it's not the hot topic and hot words. We are there to have a conversation and try to answer in our best abilities of our understanding. As I say, I don't go with the dogmatic stuff too, right? I have spent, I'm not saying I know everything, but I have spent a lot of time in putting all these things together from a very long time, and every time the picture gets bigger, right?
Yes. Yeah. So join us there, and we are where truth comes together, and we're there to spread truth in all things. So yeah, you can ask him anything, and if I can help, I'll chime in, or we just go at it from different angles. And we like to hear the input from everybody. So you guys come on. Vika and I will talk from the chat first. We'll answer questions, and then we'll bring panels up. And as long as Vika can last, man, it's late for him. So he's starting out late. He's starting out at 10:30 p.m. His time, which is 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the U.S. So, yeah, we appreciate all the time that he's willing to give and answer questions for everybody. So it's an amazing time.
Oh yeah, and I appreciate your time too, brother, and what you're doing here as a co-host and also on TikTok. Like you are also full on boots on the ground. So everybody, make sure you guys follow Paulino there too on all other platforms, and also appreciate the people here on the chat tonight sharing their time with us. Is also important for us. Like we learn together, we grow together. That's what it's all about, right? And get into the things of having a better understanding, all right?
Yes.
This place is amazing. This place is flat as Fuck, right? In every direction that you see, in every like angle, it just goes on, right? The beauty is there in this plain flatness, the expanse, the word expanse of the creator can be only perceived on a flat earth and not on a globe. Thank you guys. Thank you, Paulino, for being here, brother. Absolutely awesome. Amazing topic. And every one of each of you in the chat spending your time with us. Make sure you guys are with us next episode of Heliopsychosis podcast. This is Vikka Draziv signing out, guys. Bye, everyone. Bye, Paulino.
See ya.
Alrighty, bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty. Just a second. I'm gonna move